Hi, my dearest beloved friends. We're going to talk about something crucially important. As some of us still habitually refer to astrology-related reference points, such as we still can hear someone saying, "Oh, you're a Scorpio and I'm an Aquarius," and astrology still plays some role in some of our lives, as strange as it can be. In the context of our current research, we can't say that it's just an innocent entertainment. May I interject with a personal note? Just a few days ago, lifestyle dependent on premonition, prophecies, and all kinds of fortune telling stole life of someone in Russia. A person who is very dear to me. Just recently, literally yesterday, I got this very sad news. Playing with astrology, which boards, prophetic predictions, seeking step-by-step spiritual guidance from who knows whom, things like that can cost us a lot, or even completely destroy our lives. As we already stated in the previous videos, if we follow someone or something, then our next step will inevitably be a slaughterhouse. That's why they want us to follow them. They want to squeeze our life force to the last drop. Because the only thing they want is to eat and to survive. This is understandable if we talk about spirit realms. If you remember, our Ohio 2019 mission is learning a life of self-communication and self-guidance. If someone visits an astrologer, or if we are still guided by horoscopes, it's no longer self-guidance. In reality, the stars, of course, don't have such a power to determine our lives and our futures. As we raise our children, we need to teach them self-guidance from their very early age. In Russia, in most of the families, children are being programmed that they can't do their own thinking, let alone decision-making, because they're too small. It's strongly not recommended to say to a child, "You're too small. You're too small to think for yourself. You're too small to do this. You're too small to do that." It's literally using a weapon of psychological terrorism against the child. In such a way, parents kill the souls of their children. This is what true abortion is. They install a lifelong program into a child that it's small, it's inept, and they will need eternal parenting for all eternity. And when a child is already physically grown up, he's still looking for a parent. Some religious and pseudo-religious organizations masterfully exploit it. And that's why they often use father or mother as a title. Someone is already 56 years old or more years old, but they still look for a father or mother to complete them. Because the program is still in operation. You're too small to think for yourself and to take care of yourself. And millions of so-called experts in the area of psychic and divination arts, astrologers alike, learn how to exploit that and to permanently milk their clients. I was visiting someone in Russia and the TV was on, and I accidentally saw a clairvoyant psychic who advertised his services. In his speech, he specifically targeted business communities with assertive statements such as, "You can be truly successful if you don't have your own clairvoyant psychic." This explains why hundreds of millions of people flock into their butchers and slaughterhouses, because all of them must be programmed by this kind of terrible, disastrous parenting. Otherwise, why would we look for so-called spiritual guidance from the external sources? Spirits, astrologers, psychics, clairvoyants. If we completely trust ourselves, if we completely trust our own discernment and our own self-guidance, if we know that our decisions are always right, because first of all, we firmly know within ourselves what is right and true for us, and then we use our intellectual capacities to think it through, to analyze, to deduce, to come to a logical conclusion by making our own independent research, by using available informational resources at our independent choice. This is what a mastery is, according to Almine. Being self-referencing for approval, doing our own decision-making based on our own inner knowing. And this puts dream symbols and signs of the environment in a proper perspective, as well as using Almine's tools such as the runes, Kivesta, Divinity Quest, and others of this kind. We don't use them to receive guidance from the scratch. We use them for more clarification of what we already know within ourselves, or the signs of the environment confirm to us Also, what we already know. I had a conversation with some of our Russian-speaking line family. He was still unsure about the proper use of the science of the environment, dream symbology, whether we should perceive them as sources with external guidance from the scratch, as he was still under impression that what some of us call the infinite is just a counterpart of religious God, a higher power that guides us and takes care of us. It's totally understandable, as many from our network came from all sorts of religious backgrounds, so we understand that with compassion. This person actually shared with me about his fear to lose his own life as he misunderstood the concept of surrender to the infinite. We already spoke about it in our videos before. What is surrender to the infinite? You know that you have truly unlimited, infinite potential. There's absolutely no limits to what you can do. But we still can be programmed by artificially imposed programs of limitations installed into us by social conditioning, including parental program, you are too small, which is the area of our primary attention in this discussion. So surrendering to the infinite literally means to consciously reject those sorts of limiting belief systems, including you are too small, and to consciously accept your absolute infinite omnipotence and program yourself with, I'm always right. All my decisions are always right. That's why I make my own decisions and I don't need any external guidance. Then you always know what to do. If you are, for example, approached by so-called experts in fortune telling and clairvoyance at Moscow railway stations, there are groups of such experts operating almost on a daily basis. Mostly they belong to a certain ethnic group. I don't want to mention nationalities and ethnic groups on this channel. We're not nationalistic here. Their methods are extremely hardcore. First, they create an issue, a problem like, oh, you're so fortunate that we are now talking because you have only 3 days left to live. You're under such and such a curse. Your life is in danger, and to prevent it, you need to give me all your money. And it's literally all your money. If you keep some for yourself, nothing will work. You'll still be cursed. And people say, but I don't have cash with me. Well, if you don't have cash, you have debit, credit card, everything that you have in your bank account, you need to give to us. And they're forced, their victim, to find their nearest ATM to withdraw all their money and give it to those saviors. There are stories about people who lost not only their money, but also their real estates, their expensive jewelries, and personal transportation vehicles in order to supposedly save their lives. And if you know that you don't need any savior because you know that something like that may happen with you only if you yourself create it for yourself by your conscious decision. As you are the only creator of your life, and nothing horrible will ever happen with you if you didn't consciously decide it to happen. Talk to you soon.